It's terrible. It's public health. It's not a question of cholesterol, it's a question of disease that you can transmit.
Montreal is seeing a rise in the number of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and syphilis cases. According to a report from Montreal Public Health, in 2022, the city saw nearly 700 cases of syphilis, almost double the amount compared to the year before, with men accounting for 90% of the cases.
Syphilis is an infection that is usually sexually transmitted. It was very common prior to the invention of antibiotics in the mid-20th century. And ever since then, ever since we had penicillin, we were able to treat these infections.
While syphilis is easily treatable, Dr. Christopher Labos says the real concern arises when it's left untreated.
The problem is that syphilis can stay in your body for years and decades, and then it can resurface in the secondary and tertiary phase, and that's when it starts to cause a lot of damage. So if you do notice a lesion in the genital area and you don't know what it is, it's worth going to get it checked out.
In 2022, there were 310 new HIV diagnoses in the Montreal region, a 120% increase compared to 10 years ago. Dr. Labos says there are a few factors that are contributing to the increase of both HIV and syphilis.
Part of that is probably due to the fact that people don't take sexually transmitted infections as seriously as they used to. Part of it is probably that it's harder to access doctors these days because there's just more barriers to accessing the healthcare system. And, some of it may just be the fact that people are becoming more complacent about things like HIV. And when you see more HIV, you're also going to see more syphilis because those two things do tend to go together.
There was a significant increase in cases among women reported between 2013 and 2022, from 9 cases up to 68, which is a concern for Dr. Réjean Thomas, co-founder and director of the clinic L'Actuel, treating STIs and HIV.
The woman can be pregnant, and we saw, I think in 2002 in Canada, more than 100 children born with syphilis. Most of these cases, they will die.
In order to curb the rising trend, Dr. Thomas says people should be taking precautions like using contraceptives.
We cannot stop the epidemic if people are not getting tests, if people are not getting on treatment.
In Montreal, Swidda Rassy, City News.